Albert Einstein, Barack Obama, Benjamin Franklin, Bill Gates, Conan O'Brien, Franklin D. Roosevelt, George W. Bush, Hillary Clinton, John F. Kennedy, Josh Groban, Abraham Lincoln, Mark Zuckerberg, Martin Luther King Jr., Michael Jordan, Nelson Mandela, Newt Gingrich, Robert Downey Jr., Ronald Reagan, Tiger Woods, and Winston Churchill. Have you ever wondered how many of these people started out in life, and what led them to where they went, and what they achieved? Most people have been inspired by loving parents, mentors, and leaders, but most of them can remember a favorite teacher who inspired them along the way. My name is Jeremy Auger, and I'm here today to discuss something I'm very passionate about, and that is becoming a teacher. We're going to discuss how to become a teacher, the different stages of teaching that there are, and the different career paths that you can take once you have become a teacher. Let's start off learning about how to become a teacher. There are more ways than one on how to become a teacher. In fact, when I Googled how to become a teacher, I received millions of hits. Sorting through them all was almost impossible. So I decided to find a generic website, and I picked one on how to become a teacher. So according to teach.org, the following are the basic requirements that are required in order to become a teacher. These basic requirements are as follows. You must, at a minimum, achieve a bachelor's degree in the field of your choice prior to being awarded a teaching position. You must enroll in either a traditional or alternate teacher preparation program offered by the state or the university or college that you are attending in order to complete your degree. Many states require that you pass a certification exam in order to be awarded a teaching position. A thorough background check will be conducted in order for you to be approved to teach students in the classroom. Many states require student teaching experience prior to being awarded a full-time teaching position. A good way to start out getting an experience of being a teacher is to become a substitute teacher. This is beneficial in more ways than one. You can use it to figure out what level of teaching you'd like to teach at, and at the same time, you can use it as a source of income while you're going to school. I remember a substitute teacher that I had when I was in kindergarten that I absolutely loved. And after moving around with my family and having different teachers in different schools in different states, I ran into this teacher assistant who was eventually a teacher. She was my fourth grade teacher, and she was an outstanding teacher. And I really remembered her from that. She had decided that she wanted to pursue teaching and later became my teacher that I ran into years down the road. I wanted to become a teacher, so I went to the education office and asked them about different programs that all the colleges around here in Idaho have for becoming a teacher. And I was told about the shortage of technology and science teachers that they have here in Idaho. And so that is one of the areas of interest that I have, either mathematics or science and technology, in order to become a teacher. So I am looking at this program through the University of Idaho in order to become a teacher. Last, you have your traditional and secondary programs offered through your state in order to become a teacher. The traditional would be going to college, getting a four-year degree, and the alternative is things kind of like what I pointed out with the technology. You do 2 years in like a vocational kind of school program, and then you do an additional 2 years through the college, and you get a teaching degree in that area. Before you can teach, you have to decide which area of teaching you would like to teach in. Becoming a substitute teacher would help out in this endeavor and will give you your comfort zone of where you would like to teach. These are a few examples of the many different areas of teaching that there are. Here are a few examples of the different stages of teaching that beginning teachers can look into expanding into. Early childhood teaching, which covers birth to 3rd grade. Examples of this include pre-K, early child development classes, kindergarten, pre-K, and other examples of teaching. The next example is primary school teaching, which is kindergarten through 8th grade. This covers the main beginning classes that are taught, such as elementary school and middle school, and in some cases, even junior high. The last stage of teaching that we are going to talk about is secondary school teaching, which covers 6th grade to 12th grade, depending on the school district. Examples of this would include 6th grade and 7th to cover middle school, sometimes up to 8th grade, and also high school classes. Some cases include middle school and junior high and high school. As you have no doubt figured out by now, there are many more examples in this, but these are the main general areas that teachers start out in to gain some experience. Once you have gained experience and taught for a number of years, these lead us into the different career paths that you can take once you have some teaching experience. As we discussed, once you have gained experience and have felt comfortable and taught for a number of years in your comfort zone, here is a couple of career paths that you can choose to take once you have figured out your teaching style. There are many different career paths offered to teachers throughout your career. I have tried to generalize and categorize and give examples of a few of the main ones. First, you can teach in primary schools, which is kindergarten through 8th grade, both in the public and private sectors, as a single teacher with multiple subjects. You can split classes and teach different subjects between multiple classrooms, which could consist of multiple students from a couple of classes, and teach like science and math, and the other teacher teaches English and geography or social studies. You could also be a specialty teacher and teach music and technology classes such as keyboarding and choir, to name a few. You can also teach in secondary schools, which are grades 6 through 12 in both the public and private sector, as a single teacher with single subject classes. You can be a science or mathematics teacher, teaching chemistry, biology, geology, algebra, pre-algebra, calculus, or even trigonometry, whatever your area of expertise is in. You could be a language arts or social studies teacher, teaching English, debate, U.S. history, or even government. You can teach foreign languages, shop specialties, art, or technology. Someday you may even choose to become a professor at a university. According to academicinvest.com, to become a professor, you need to be highly dedicated to academics, and it is reserved for those who can demonstrate academic achievement at all levels. Nobody starts out as a professor without having some teaching experience and credibility in their fields of study. In order to do this, you need to be a subject matter expert to be successful in this career choice, due to the fact that you are teaching future subject matter experts that will carry on your traditions. You could one day find yourself teaching online. teaching multiple classes, multiple subjects for online public schools and/or universities, much like the class that we are taking at this time. If you would like involvement in your students' lives, and you get involved with that, you may find yourself one day as a guidance counselor, principal of a school, or the dean of a university. As I stated, there are many career choices. These are just a few that I've categorized for your information. I myself picked these examples for a particular reason. I would eventually like to be able to be a teacher of mathematics or technology and or science inside a rural middle school, junior high, or high school with students from either side. But from teaching in church and stuff, I have learned that I am comfortable and really like teaching the 10 to 11-year-old kids because they're kind of in between that stage where they don't know it all yet, and it's before the I don't want to listen to what you want to talk about. So I picked these, and I'm a very empathetic person, so I can see myself eventually becoming a guidance counselor. I had picked this as a secondary career after being in the military because I can see being a teacher for a long time. And I could start out in schools, maybe get on the school board, be a guidance counselor or a principal, and eventually end up as an online teacher in my later years. I think that would be very enjoyable. So, in conclusion, let's go over what I talked about. I talked about how to become a teacher, the general areas of teaching, the different stages of teaching, and then I gave you some examples of where, after you get some experience becoming a teacher, and have taught for a while, you can have different career choices. So I hope that you guys can appreciate better now how much teachers have put into becoming teachers and the many areas that you can branch off into after you become a teacher with the career paths that I provided for you. And who knows, maybe someday you can make a difference in somebody's life. Who knows where you or one of your students could end up.